Hello, and welcome to the Kreative Devices Windows 10 Setup and Optimization video guide. In this video, I'll be walking you through the recommended settings and optimizations for your Kreative Devices laptop. We'll be going through this pretty quickly. If you need, you can pause the video and rewind. We're going to move through this fast to help make sure that everyone from beginner to advanced get what they need from this video without it taking too long. With all that said, let's dive in. The first thing you want to do when you get your Kreative Devices laptop is update everything. We're going to go to Start, we're going to go to Settings, we're going to go to Update and Security, and we're going to search for updates. Now, while the updates are updating, some of them will say pending download, some will say pending install, some will say pending restart. You want to make sure all of them say pending restart before you restart. Now, you can restart using the prompt there, or you can restart manually. And after the computer turns back on, you're going to want to go back to Update and Security and search for more updates. And you're going to want to update and restart, update and restart, update and restart until there are no updates available. I know it's tedious, it's annoying, but trust me, it will be worth it in the end. Moving along in no special order, let's go on System, Power and Sleep, and let's change all of these to never, because we're going to be using these devices for productivity. We don't want anything turning off, and we also don't want anything running in the background. So we're going to type in, there we go, background apps. Look at all of these hogging up your background system resources. You don't want that. Turn those off. We're going to come down here. This is your power mode. We're going to move this all the way over to the right for best performance. Now, this is your power mode while it's plugged in. If you unplug it, it will change. You can set it up however you want while it's unplugged, and I recommend leaving it on best performance when it's plugged in. Taskbar. This is what I like to do. You can do whatever you want to do with the taskbar. The reason I like it is because I have full screen real estate. No matter what program I'm in, I can see everything. If I need the taskbar, move the mouse down. Have access to everything, move the mouse away. That's it. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go into personalize. Let's start with the background. You can change the background all you want. You can use their pictures, your pictures. Let's try solid color. We can also change the color of windows. Let's try a dark one instead of a light one. Let's go into themes, and we're going to do desktop icon settings. We're going to put a check in computer, run in user files, hit apply, and OK. You can move these icons around any way you'd like, and we no longer need this window. Next, right-click on this PC, click on Properties. Let's start with Advanced System Settings. Under Performance, we're going to click on Settings. And you see how Windows is right now. Take a good look at how it looks, okay? I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to choose Adjust for Best Performance. Now, pay attention to what happens when I click Apply. Now, not only does all the stuff in the background go away, but sometimes it's hard to really tell what happened, but it kind of flattened out a little bit. Now, I like this because if I'm working on something visual, I don't want Windows sprucing it up, making it look better than it actually is. I want a flat plane to do my work, so I know that if it looks good on this display, it's going to look good on any other display that I'm viewing it on. Similar to if I'm editing music, I'm usually using something that's relatively flat, whether it's speakers or headphones. I want to make sure that the decisions I make are going to translate not only in the environment that I'm listening in, but as well as everything else. You can choose whatever you'd like. This is what I prefer. Moving along, we're going to go to Advanced. We're going to definitely change this to Background Services, hit Apply, and OK. That's fine. We're going to come over to Remote, and we do not want remote assistance. We definitely do not want to give anyone access to our computer remotely. Now we're going to go over to Device Manager. Before we start from the top, everything that's audio, you see these here? These are all audio. I disabled them all. You want all audio disabled. You don't want anything like this. Bluetooth is audio. We're going to disable that. You want to make sure that only your audio interface or whatever your main audio source is, and there's only one, is enabled and everything else is disabled. So in this case, I'm using a Focusrite for this demonstration. So whether you're using a Focusrite or an Antelope or whatever it may be, that should be the only audio source enabled on your system. Next, anything that you're not using, disable. You don't want anything running in the background. All right. Fingerprint reader, we're not going to use it. Let's disable it. Camera, we're not going to be doing video conference calls. Let's disable it. Also, the camera runs on your serial bus. You don't want anything hogging up your serial bus unnecessarily. I would recommend starting from the top and working your way down and checking all of these. I'm going to use this as an example. Let's see here, go all the way down. Let's just click on this one. Right click, properties, power management. Now, anything that says power management, you're going to click on and you're going to take the check out of the box because you do not want anything to be turned off. You're going to keep going all the way down. By the time you get to network adapters, you'll see that I already disabled the other network adapters and only these two remain. Now, after you've updated everything, I recommend that you disable all network adapters. I don't think any productivity machine should be connected to the internet whatsoever. I think you should have a complete separate machine solely for internet. However, if you do not have one and you only have one machine and you need to go online with it, I recommend only having enabled what you're going to use. So in this case, I'm going to use the Wi-Fi, which means I don't need the Ethernet. I'm going to disable that and only the Wi-Fi will remain enabled. Now, what I can do is I can come here, turn on my airplane mode, and that will disable my Wi-Fi. I can do my work. And if I need the internet, I can turn off the airplane mode. And then I have internet again. Moving right along, we are going to come down to system devices. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to start from the top, work your way all the way to the bottom. Let's just click on this for example. This has a power management, and you can see here there's a check in that box. We want to make sure it says we're not going to do that, and we're going to come down and click on Universal Serial Bus. We'll just click on this, for example. Also has a power management. Some have them, some don't. You just want to go through each one to see which one has it and which doesn't. So by the time you finish all of those, you're going to go to speakers, right click, sounds, and you're going to change this to no sounds, apply, because you don't want Windows making sounds in the background while you're working on audio. And if you have a device that's supposed to have 2 terabytes or more, there could be a chance that you only see one drive active. How to solve this is you're going to go to the start menu and you're going to right click on it. And then you're going to click disk management. That will show you the active drive here in blue. And if there is another drive that is not active, it will be down here in black. And then what you'll want to do is you want to right click on the black drive, create a new volume, keep clicking next until it shows up blue, just like this one. And then it will show up here and you'll have access to both drives. And that's pretty much it. If you have a Pro 14 or Pro 16, these are all of the recommended setup and optimizations for those devices. Now, last but not least, this is only for the Pro G model. So Pro G model users only. You are going to need a new NVIDIA graphics driver. So if you have a Pro G, you're going to go to the Kreative Devices website. You're going to go to support driver links, and you're going to click on NVIDIA drivers. Now, this is very important. You have to make sure that you only select the proper options for this specific laptop that you are using. If you install the wrong driver, you could mess up your system. You do not want that. Unless you bought this for gaming, it's studio driver all the way. All right. You're going to search, you're going to download. We already have one. So we're just going to go here and we're going to right click, run as administrator, and we're going to hit OK. Now, depending on when you downloaded this, the number of your driver might be different. It's fine. NVIDIA constantly updates their drivers, and I recommend that you update your driver too. All right. It's usually something better, could be better performance, an extra feature, whatever it might be. Update your driver. So now we're going to install this driver. We're going to pretend like we're going to install this driver because I actually already have it installed, but I want to show you how it goes. We're going to agree and continue. And then we're going to come down here and click Custom Advanced. Very important. You have to do this. This will allow you to put a check in this box, which will perform a clean install. What that's going to do is going to uninstall the driver that's already installed on your system and install this driver cleanly. That's going to give you the best performance. You're going to click next and next and next, and you're going to install the driver. I'm not going to install it because it's already installed. And after you finish install it, you're going to restart the computer. And then when you're done, you can come over here and you can, make whatever custom settings you want or leave it as is. It's entirely up to you. But that's pretty much it. If there's anything that you think I didn't touch on, please leave it in the comments below. If there's anything you would like me to touch on, please leave it in the comments below. The only other things I can think of is for the Pro G model, some people have mentioned about how loud are the fans. Now, I'm using a condenser mic in an acoustic space. So I'm pretty sure you can hear the fans. They have ramped up a few times during this. We will be doing some processing to that, but I'll make sure that you'll still be able to hear them somewhat. They're not that loud. Their bark is louder than the bite, really. But if you have any questions, leave them below or send a message on KreativeDevices.com, right? I want to say thank you to everyone who's purchased one of our devices, and especially thank you to everyone who has messaged us about their devices. We've had an overwhelming number of people messaging, talking about how much they really enjoy their device, how happy they are, how happy that there's a company that, is finally on the side of the people and all of this. And we are really, really ecstatic about this. We're excited to be able to give you the absolute best performing devices for the price on the planet. Nothing comes close. And I can say that with absolute confidence. And, we do this for you. We will continue to do this for you as long as you support us and allow us to do this for you. And we are grateful. We are, creators as well. These devices are designed by creators for creators. So keep in touch. We look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye-bye.